Step 2. Building community relationships. The next step of this trial program is to build relationships within the community so that youth feel comfortable talking to the police whenever they are aware of something illegal going on in their neighborhood, and so that youth do not turn towards guns because of the overall culture of hatred that Regent Park has developed over the years. The first component that will aid in building community relationships is to have more youth-oriented recreation programs. These would take place within the actual premises of Regent Park, which is obviously the main park part of the Regent Park area, as well as in the Regent Park Community Center. In order to implement these programs into the Regent Park Community Center, we would simply need to get a permit to use this place. It wouldn't be too big of a problem to hold an event here, as they've been welcoming towards hosting other regular events in the past. There will be 2 recreational programs available, which would somewhat resemble programs at the YMCA that have worked in the past to enhance community involvement. These 2 programs are Movie Night and Youth Variety Sports. It is planned that both of these programs will take place once a week in either of the locations and require 10 volunteers per program, though this number is subject to change based on the number of participants. In addition, to also build strong relationships in the community, it is vital to try and heal what has been broken in the past. That is to say, it is also planned for a community healing group to meet up potentially at Regent Park once a week for anyone who needs support with talking out their problems or any trauma that they've experienced in the past. This idea is to try and get people comfortable about talking to their problems and make them not afraid to come forward to the police in regards to street gangs and gun violence or any other crime before it actually takes place. So for this program, we would be looking for kind-hearted volunteers around the same age and older with a total of about 5 volunteers. This program will also strive to promote mental health awareness and resilience skills through having a supportive group of volunteers to always talk to. As previously mentioned, poverty is one of the main reasons as to why youth turn to guns. To combat this issue, we want to influence more people from ages 15 to 24 to have the opportunity to obtain jobs from a young age in order to support their family as well as themselves. In order to aid in helping them get a job, there will be a resume counseling program held once a week at the Regent Park Community Center for those who want to seek guidance towards job opportunities as well as how to write the perfect resume. Material being taught in this program would include how to write a functional resume and a hybrid resume, as well as editing resumes for free. For this program, there will be an estimated amount of 8 volunteers involved. All 3 of these programs will be advertised through the use of flyers, posters, word of mouth, as well as social media. It is important to note that after interviewing and selecting the best candidates to be volunteers, they will then be trained on how to manage their respective program, but also on the fact that they should never feel afraid to contact the police if they feel as if someone else or even their own life is being put into danger over the course of this trial program. We will have all the volunteers also sign liability waivers as well in case something were to go wrong. And furthermore, they would also be given phone numbers to alternate organizations such as the Kids Help Phone to give youth as resources. In addition, all these programs and initiatives will be free to enroll in and take part. In order to pay for the use of the community recreation centers as well as the material used in each program, such as soccer balls for variety sports, we will require numerous sponsors to aid us. Some key sponsors that we plan to contact for some support include the Canadian Centre for Diversity and Inclusion, Youths Today, as well as Central Neighbourhood House. All these organizations fight for causes that are relevant to ours and similar, and are welcoming towards sponsoring those who fight for similar causes. Through sending each of these organizations a letter of sponsorship which would outline our trial program and the overall campaign's goals, we hope to persuade them in helping us be successful. Last but not the least, step 3, reducing prejudice in the community. The final step of this campaign is to reduce prejudice, more specifically, racism. That is to say, as previously noted, Regent Park is a very diverse community which has also led to a significant amount of racism towards those of different ethnic backgrounds. This will be done in the trial program through contacting schools in this area and offering them to have a Harmony Movement youth workshop in these schools. This is a Canadian non-profit organization that provides interactive and innovative school programs that confront prejudice in our society by teaching the value of embracing and respecting our differences. Hopefully, most of the schools in this area, for example middle schools and the high schools, will be excited to implement this 1 to 2 day workshop on prejudice, which can take place right when school starts once again. This will surely help with combating prejudice in this community through educating children at a young age to accept and celebrate our differences, which should in turn improve the culture of this community towards being more accepting and friendly. This workshop is also free, so the whole point is to try and get the Harmony Youth Workshop into most of the schools in this area.